Stephen's iron ring scratched Maleficent. He apologized to her, then took off the ring and threw it away. Maleficent was very happy. Humans and fairies were enemies, yet Stephen and Maleficent became friends. They played happily in the forest, and eventually, they fell in love. Maleficent grew into a beautiful and powerful goddess, taking on the responsibility of protecting the forest. Stephen became obsessed with pursuing power. The king launched a war against the forest, leading a vast army to attack. Maleficent angrily condemned the humans' act of aggression, but was laughed at by soldiers. The king ordered the army to attack, and Maleficent summoned tree spirits. Facing the tree spirits, the humans' armor was no match. Maleficent also flew into the crowd. She knocked into the king, who was injured and had to flee with his soldiers. The king was bedridden with a serious illness. To seek revenge, the king promised that whoever cut off Maleficent's wings could inherit the throne. After hearing this, Stephen had evil thoughts. At night, he ran back to the forest and met Maleficent again. Stephen handed Maleficent a bottle of poisoned water. Without suspicion, Maleficent drank it and soon fell into a deep sleep. Then Stephen took out a dagger. When Maleficent woke up, she found that the wings on her back were gone. She realized that Stephen had betrayed her. She was left alone, sorrowfully staying in the darkness. Suddenly, a crow appeared. Maleficent drove the crow away. The crow was caught by a hunter, and Maleficent used her magic to save it. The crow pledged its loyalty to her. She sent the crow to spy on Stephen. Stephen presented the wings to the king and thus inherited the throne. Learning all this, Maleficent was enraged, and hatred took root in her heart. The king had a lovely princess, and a grand ceremony was being held. 3 little fairies were giving their blessings to the princess when suddenly a gust of wind blew, and Maleficent arrived uninvited. She came to take revenge on the king. She cast the most vicious curse on the baby princess. The king, feeling vulnerable, knelt down and begged her to spare his daughter. Maleficent just gave an evil smile. To prevent the curse from coming true, the king ordered the confiscation of all the looms and locked them deep in the dungeon. He also secretly entrusted the princess to 3 fairies with magic. Maleficent soon found the little princess and looked at her through the window. The little princess smiled at her.